Hello everyone. So here we are back with our another live learning session on accounting. So today we are going to learn about how to solve a particular question in examination. I hope you all remember our another video on current ratio. If you have not seen it till now, then you can have a look over it, and the link of the same is attached in the bio. So let's start today. So today we are going to solve a particular question which is related to current assets, current liabilities, and current ratio. So on my screen, you can see that I have a balance sheet of Navya Limited as on 31st March 2021, which contains the liabilities and the corresponding assets of the company. So uh, going through the balance sheet, you can see that it has equity share capital of rupees 48 lakhs. Then they have 10% debentures on which they have to pay interest at the rate of 10%. Then salary creditors, bill payables, other current liabilities. Correspondingly, on the assets front, they have fixed assets, cash, sundry debtors, and stock. Now, here is a short trick to solve any particular question in exam. So instead of reading the question at first, you should start by checking out what the question demands. I mean to say that what actually it requires you to answer. So here you can see in the calculation part, it has 5 parts. So 5 things are required to calculate. One is current assets, another is current liabilities, third is current ratio, fourth is asset test ratio, and the fifth one is if industry norm of current ratio is 2.5, comment upon the situation of Napoleon. So here, 4 parts are calculated, while the fifth part of the question is little analytical. Okay, so let's start with the first one, current assets. I hope you remember in our previous session we discussed about current and non-current assets. So what are current assets? Current assets are those assets which are held for realization within a period of 12 months. So now we have to find out what are the current assets of Navya Limited. Now going on to the asset side of the balance sheet, you can see it has fixed assets, cash, sundry debtors, and stock. Now fixed assets, as you all know, they are held for the long-term investment purposes. So it is definitely not a current asset, it is a non-current asset. Whereas cash, it is readily realizable, it can be used anytime. Then they have sundry debtors which can be realized within a period of 12 months generally, until and unless there is any exception. And the last one is stock. It can be stock of semi-finished goods, raw material, or finished goods. So it is very evident from the face of balance sheet that there are 3 current assets of Navya Limited. One is cash, sundry debtors, and third is stock. Now, since it requires calculation of current assets, it can be of 2 parts. Either this can be a comprehensive question or it can be a 1 mark question, or it may be in the form of MCQ. So if it is in the form of MCQ, then you just need to add cash, sundry debtors, and stock. And here is your answer. 52 lakh 80,000 are the total current assets of Navya Limited. So this can be asked in a 1 mark question or a MCQ question. So you just have to take the right answer, 52 lakhs 80,000. Whereas if it is a comprehensive question, then the answer has to be in a different form. So what we'll do? We'll do stock. We what we'll do? We'll write these separate line items. We'll put their figures and we'll do a sum of them. And here is our answer, current assets. So this is how we'll present it in case it comes as a long question. Right? So I hope you are clear with current assets. Now similarly, current assets, when we say that they are expected to be realized within a period of 12 months, current liabilities are those liabilities which are expected to be paid in a shorter period of time, maybe 6 months, up to 12 months generally. So it is the just opposite of current assets. So now coming on, so since it's liability part, so we'll have a look at the liabilities part of the balance sheet. You can see equity share capital, debentures. These are basically the capital of the company. So they are definitely not the liabilities. These are equity share capital is the equity part, 10% debentures is the borrowings part, long-term borrowings part. So let's see, we have sundry creditors. These are your payables, trade payables, which are generally expected to be paid in a shorter period of time as per the operating cycle of the business. Then we have bills payable similarly, and other current liabilities. Bills payable, since no clarification is given, we'll assume that them as short term. Accordingly, we have three current liabilities, particularly current creditors, bills payable, and other current liabilities. Now, similar to what I mentioned in current assets, if it comes as a short question or MCQ one, you just have to add these three line items and select the most appropriate answer given in the question. So we have current liabilities of 19,80,000. Now, similarly, if it is a long question, you have to write each and every part and you have to just add them. So you have to write here add. So this is how you have to present. I hope you are clear with this, how you have to present this. So here we have current liabilities of 90,80,000. Now third point, current ratio. So I hope you have revised the video of current ratio. And let me see if someone has to mention the formula of current ratio in the chat box. Then let me see who gives the correct answer first. Okay, so all right, we have lot of correct answer in the chat box. So current ratio is current assets upon current liabilities, right? Current ratio, current assets divided by current liabilities. So similarly, if this is a 1 mark question, then you have to just divide these figures, current assets divided by current liabilities, right? So here comes the answer, that is 2.67, right? So we'll present it in a better form. For the purpose of solving an examination, because when we are giving examination, the answer should be clear to the examiner, right? So here, since we are using Excel, so it uses the formula. However, you have to in examination, since it is you have to write, so you will write the figures, current assets 52,80,000 divided by 90 lakhs. So here in Excel it automatically calculates. So it is here the current ratio comes at 2.67. Okay. Now coming on to fourth part, that is asset test ratio. So asset test ratio is just an extension of current ratio. Now what it is? Any guesses for the same? So asset test ratio is if we go in detail, it says current assets minus stock minus prepaid expenses, if any. So this is the generally formula. Okay, or asset test ratio is also known as quick ratio. So either it may be asked as asset test ratio or it may be asked as quick ratio. So we generally say quick assets upon current liabilities. So quick assets means current assets minus stock minus prepaid expenses. And here we divide it by current liabilities. calculate the formula. So here in our question, we don't have our prepaid expenses, but we do have stock. So we'll first calculate quick assets. Now quick assets comes to my current assets minus stock, and it comes as 19,80,000. All right. So what a coincidence that we have current liabilities of 19,80,000. We have quick assets of 19,80,000 as well. So what does quick assets represent? Quick asset represents those assets which can be most easily converted into cash. So let's say if I have a stock of raw material, finished goods. So if it is of raw material, then it will take time to convert into finished goods, and then it will only be sale, and then it will be converted into debtors, then debtors will be realized. Similarly, in case of finished goods, you cannot predict when it will be sold and when debtors will be realized. So generally, stock is reduced because it is not easily convertible into cash as compared to other current assets. So quick asset, I have 19,80,000. I have current liabilities of 18,000, and accordingly, I have asset test ratio of 1:1. So what does it imply? It implies that my most readily convertible assets into cash are equivalent to my current liability. So even if I have to pay my current liabilities as on date, I have assets equivalent to that to pay off those current liabilities. Right? I hope you got the answer. So till now we have understand what is current asset, how to calculate that from the balance sheet of a company. So this is a T-shaped balance sheet. Similarly, you'll see in the case of company, there's a specified format called Schedule 3 or the vertical format of balance sheet, which is given in case of companies, and accordingly, you can calculate the current assets from them as well, and the corresponding current liabilities help you calculate the current ratio and the asset test. All right. Any doubts till now? You may ask in the chat. Okay, so no doubts. I can see a lot of thumbs up coming in the chat box. Now coming on to the last part of this question, that is, if industry norm of current ratio is 2.5, coming upon the situation of Navel limit. Now let's analyze what this question says. It gives us an industry norm that in the industry in which the Navel limit is operating. So let's say it is operating in the telecom industry or a hardware industry. The current ratio in that particular industry is 2.5. That means that its current assets are 2.5 times of its current liability. Right? So even if my current assets are not much really realizable, then still even I have sufficient current assets to pay off my current liabilities. So particularly, that is what it specifies. Now it asks that this is the industry norm. Now, as per the current ratio which you calculated above in case of Novell Limited, comment upon this situation. What is the position of Novell? The position can be either adverse or either it can be positive. So if the ratio is higher than 2.5, it implies that higher the current assets as compared to current liability, right? So we can say that a question will always arise: higher the current ratio, better it is. But that is not the case. There has to be an adequate ratio as per the industry practices, as per the operating cycle of any particular industry. There is an adequate current ratio. However, from enterprise to enterprise, it may vary, but there is a standard ratio. Now, in case I have a ratio higher than the 2.5, the situation is better. If I have a ratio less than 2.5, then it is adverse as compared to industry situation. Now, in the given case, in point number C, we calculated that the current ratio of Navya Limited is 2.67, which is higher as compared to industry standard. So, what is the industry standard? Industry standard is 2.5. So, 2.65 minus 2.5. So, it is higher by 0.17. So, how you will present this answer? In the exam, you will say, write that the current ratio of Navya Limited is higher as compared to industry standards by 0.17, which is a better situation. That's all you have to write. All right. I hope you are clear with the concept of how you have to calculate the current assets, current liabilities, and the corresponding current ratio and the asset test ratio from a particular balance sheet of any entity. So let's say you take up today, you take up a balance sheet of Reliance Limited or Airtel or any other company. You just have to open the balance sheet, you go to the asset side, you classify that whether this is current asset or it is non-current asset. You group the current assets. That is that will become the answer of point A. Similarly, you can find out the current liabilities and dividing current assets upon current liabilities. You can find current ratio corresponding asset test ratio. Now you can Google out what are the various industry norms in different industries which are prevalent and what is the situation of the particular entity for which you have calculated. Okay, so this is a brief summary about how we find out these ratios, how we have to solve the question in the exam. In case any doubt, you can put up your questions in the chat box. Okay, so I cannot see any questions, any doubts. No worries. All right. So I hope that everything is clear. So let's sum up for today. We'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.